Imagine you have $18 million in your bank account. You walk into a private jet showroom and two aircraft are sitting right in front of you. One is built by Bombardier, a Canadian giant with decades of luxury aviation history. The other is built by Embraer, a Brazilian manufacturer that completely rewrote the rules of modern business jets. Both are super mid-size jets. Both fly at 45,000 feet. Both can take you coast to coast without a single stop. But one costs $8 million more than the other. So the real question is that extra $8 million actually worth it? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will know exactly which jet wins and which one is the smarter buy. Welcome back to ElitoLux. Today we are putting two of the most talked about super mid-sized jets head-to-head. The Bombardier Challenger 3500 versus the Embraer Praetor 500. 7 chapters, 7 winners. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. Price and value. Let's start with the number that matters most, the price tag. The Embraer Praetor 500 has a factory list price of $18.4 million. The Bombardier Challenger 3500 comes in at $26.7 million. That is an $8.3 million difference between two jets in the exact same category. Now, if you're buying pre-owned, the gap is still significant. A used Praetor 500 will cost you around $17.6 million, while a used Challenger 3500 runs approximately $22 million. So right away, the Praetor 500 is the more affordable option, and by a very wide margin. But here's where it gets interesting. In private aviation, price is never the whole story. A cheaper jet is not always the better deal. You have to look at what you're actually getting for that money, and that's exactly what the rest of this video is going to show you. Chapter 1. Winner, Embraer Praetor. 500 lower price, more accessible and still a world-class aircraft. Chapter 2. Engine and performance. Now let's talk about what's actually powering these two jets. The Challenger 3500 is powered by two Honeywell HTF 7350 turbofan engines. Each engine produces 7,323 pounds of thrust. That gives the aircraft a top cruise speed of Mach 0.83, which is around 528 miles per hour. The Praetor 500 uses two Honeywell HTF 7500E engines. Each one produces 6,540 pounds of thrust. The top cruise speed is Mach 0.82, just slightly behind the Challenger. Now in terms of range, both jets are remarkably close. The Challenger 3500 offers a maximum range of 3,400 nautical miles. The Praetor 500 delivers 3,250 nautical miles. Both can fly non-stop from New York to London. Both can cover the continental United States with ease. However, the Challenger 3500 has a clear edge in two areas. First, it is faster, and in private aviation, time is the most valuable currency. Second, its engines produce more thrust, which means better climb performance and a smoother ride to altitude. The Challenger 3500 also has a maximum takeoff weight of 40,600 pounds, giving it strong performance even from shorter or high-altitude airports. Chapter 2. Winner, Bombardier Challenger 3500, more thrust, faster cruise speed, and slightly longer range. Chapter 3. Cockpit and Avionics. This is where things get really interesting, because both jets are equipped with absolutely cutting-edge technology, but they take very different approaches. The Challenger 3500 cockpit features the Collins ProLine 21 Advanced Avionics Suite with 4 large format displays. You also get a standard auto throttle system, dual flight management system with LPV and RNP approach capability, multi-scan weather radar, dual inertial reference system, and dual SBAS and WAAS GPS. There is also an optional head-up display with enhanced vision system available. Bombardier calls this the best-equipped cockpit in its class, and they have a strong case for it. The Praetor 500 takes a different direction. It uses the Rockwell Collins ProLine Fusion flight deck, which is one of the most advanced avionics systems in business aviation. The cockpit is designed to be dark and quiet, which significantly reduces pilot fatigue on long flights. You also get synthetic vision, enhanced vision, and a standard head-up display, all of which are either optional or upgrades on the Challenger 3500. But the Praetor 500's biggest cockpit advantage is something most jets in this category simply do not have: full fly-by-wire technology with side-stick controls. This is the same kind of system you find on modern Airbus commercial aircraft. It actively reduces turbulence, lowers pilot workload, and actually helps the aircraft perform better in challenging conditions. The Praetor 500's cockpit is more technologically advanced, and that fly-by-wire system is a genuine game changer. Chapter 3. Winner, Embraer Praetor. 500 fly-by-wire technology, standard HUD, and a next-generation avionics suite. Chapter 4. Cabin and comfort. Now we get to the chapter that passengers care about the most. What is the experience like inside the cabin? Let's start with the numbers. The Challenger 3500 cabin measures 7 feet 2 inches wide, 6 feet 1 inch tall, and 25 feet 2 inches long. It is the widest flat-floor cabin in the super midsize category, and that extra width is something you genuinely feel when you're sitting inside. The Praetor 500 cabin measures 6 feet 9 inches wide, 6 feet tall, and 24 feet long. It is slightly narrower and slightly shorter, not dramatically, but the difference is noticeable. Both jets seat up to 8 passengers. Both have flat floors. Both have a private lavatory and a galley. But the Challenger 3500 has one feature that completely stands out: the nuage seat. This is a zero-gravity seat that was developed specifically for the Challenger 3500 using ergonomic research. It is one of the most comfortable business aviation seats ever designed. The cabin also features the lowest cabin altitude in its class, 4,850 feet, meaning you arrive at your destination feeling significantly less fatigued than on most other jets. And then there is the voice-controlled cabin. This is an industry first. You can control lighting, temperature, window shades, and entertainment, all with your voice. No buttons, no touchscreens, just your voice. The Praetor 500 cabin is excellent. It features Honeywell's Aviation Select Cabin Management Suite, full 1080, PHD video streaming, and immersive audio. But it cannot match the Challenger 3500's cabin width, the nuage seats, or the voice control technology. Chapter 4. Winner Bombardier. Challenger 3500, wider cabin, revolutionary new age seats, lowest cabin altitude, and voice control. Chapter 5. Flying cost and fuel. Buying the jet is only the beginning. The real cost of ownership is what happens every single time you fly. The Challenger 3500 burns approximately 282 gallons of fuel per hour. Its variable operating cost, which includes fuel, maintenance reserves, and other trip costs, is around $4,750 per hour. When you factor in all fixed and variable costs, the total hourly cost comes to between $5,566 and $6,075 per hour, depending on how many hours you fly per year. The Praetor 500 burns around 270 gallons per hour, slightly more fuel efficient. Its variable operating cost is approximately $3,941 to $4,564 per hour. Total hourly cost, including fixed costs, runs from $6,274 to $7,343 per hour. Now here is something surprising. Even though the Praetor 500 burns less fuel per hour, its total hourly cost actually comes out slightly higher when you include all fixed costs. This is largely due to differences in crew costs, maintenance program pricing, and engine reserves. For annual budgeting, the Challenger 3500 comes in at approximately $1.8 million per year, based on 325 flight hours. The Praetor 500 comes in at roughly $2.1 million per year on similar usage. So despite being the more affordable jet to buy, the Praetor 500 actually costs slightly more to operate annually. Chapter 5. Winner, Bombardier Challenger 3500, lower annual operating costs, and a more predictable cost structure. Chapter 6. Maintenance and reliability. When you own a private jet, the last thing you want is your aircraft sitting in a hangar being repaired when you need to be somewhere. The Challenger 3500 has an outstanding track record here. It carries a dispatch reliability rating of 99.8%. That means out of every 1,000 scheduled flights, only 2 are delayed or canceled due to a maintenance issue. That is one of the highest reliability ratings in business aviation. The Honeywell HTF 7350 engine is also a proven power plant with a long service history. It has been flying since 2014 on the Challenger 35. Oh, so operators and maintenance teams around the world are very familiar with it. The Praetor 500 uses a newer engine, the Honeywell HTF 7500E, and features full fly-by-wire systems. These technologies are more advanced, but they are also newer in service, which means the global maintenance network is still catching up. The Praetor 500 first entered service in 2019, giving it a much shorter track record compared to the Challenger family. The Praetor 500's fly-by-wire system also means that when maintenance is required, it needs specialized technicians who understand digital flight control systems. This can be both more complex and more expensive in certain regions. Chapter 6. Winner: Bombardier Challenger 3500, 99.8% dispatch reliability and a proven, mature maintenance network worldwide. Chapter 7. Who should buy which jet? So we've gone through 6 chapters and the score is 4-2 in favor of the Challenger 3500. But that does not mean the Praetor 500 is a loser. Not at all. Here's how to think about it. Buy the Embraer Praetor 500 if you want the most advanced cockpit technology available in this class. You appreciate fly-by-wire systems and cutting-edge avionics. You are buying for the first time and want a premium jet at a more accessible price. And you want a jet that is still in active production with a growing fleet. Buy the Bombardier Challenger 3500 if you fly frequently and want the widest, most comfortable cabin in the category. You value proven reliability in a global maintenance network. You want the best seat in business aviation with the Newark zero-gravity chair. And you want lower annual operating costs over the long term. The Praetor 500 is the technologist's jet. It is forward-thinking, innovative, and priced smartly. The Challenger 3500 is the passenger's jet. It is refined, reliable, and built around the experience of the people sitting in the back. If you're spending someone else's money, buy the Challenger 3500. If you're spending your own, the Praetor 500 is an extraordinary aircraft that will make you look very good for a lot less. So that is the Bombardier Challenger 3500 versus the Embraer Praetor 500. Every detail, every cost, every feature compared side by side. The final score: Challenger 3500 wins 4 chapters. Praetor 500 wins 2 chapters. And Chapter 1 on price? That one belongs to the Praetor by a long way. Which jet would you choose? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps this channel grow. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time. We have more jet comparisons, reviews, and inside looks coming very soon. Thank you for watching ElitoLux. I'll see you in the next one.